Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name is Mike Brenner. My name is Peter Loshak. Today is the Thursday, September 22nd MLB Odds Couple Show. We got the usual shorter card on Thursday. Bunch of plays I'm liking, Mike Brenner. Let's throw the record up. I'm still barely above
a pick yesterday, Pete, and when I lose one like that, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I really am. It was minus 111.
Well, yeah, it was a fade of. I was on the first half as well. It was a fade of Felix Hernandez, and he had a good game. Yep,
and
that's
I had a Twitter follower that told me, he's like, "Hey, Mike, guess what? He pitches so well against our team, because he's a big a fan of theirs." And sure enough, he was right. But you don't look back in the mirror, and I don't. Hey, 13 innings, I'll take that loss any day of the week.
All right. Well, we got a bunch of interesting situations. We can maybe go over every game just because they're all kind of interesting. And the first one,
you're going to have 87.
Well,
picks.
I got a bunch of plays that I am liking that I bet on the overnights. Boston and Baltimore. Boston is just dominating this team, right? And then David Price is pitching really well. He's given up a few homers in his last bunch of starts, but his strikeout to walk ratio is awesome. And Tillman it seems kind of mediocre right now. Why would Boston not again be a good bet? I don't know. What do you think?
It's hard to sweep on the road, but they're looking for their second sweep of a division contender. So that's pretty sharp. All right. I think they can get it done. I'm probably going to back it myself on a personal bet. I like the zone that Price is in. And every year, this is when he pitches his best until he gets to the playoffs before he takes he shits that egg.
All right.
Well, I think it's sharp.
I'm gonna hold off for now just because the first half line is a little bit pricey.
What
I'll
is it
think
at?
about minus 150, and the I don't know. I mean, Baltimore is still a team with some bats that can get that can blow up anytime.
Machado's got to come out of that slump sooner than later.
Exactly. So. All right, and then the next one, the Yanks and Tampa Bay. I had a bunch of plays on this one on the overnight.
Yesterday, Pete.
The Yanks and Tampa, they won big bat explosion. Sanchez had some more home runs, and this one both starting pitchers, youngsters who have some potential but can be hit. I took the over on the overnight line, and I will take that here as well. I'm looking at I'm looking at what are we looking at? My over 7.5 at about minus 113 at.
Did you have any plays yesterday that you didn't pull the trigger that you should have?
No, quite the opposite. I had a couple plays that I pulled the trigger on that lost that I shouldn't have done. But this one I'm liking. I'm liking the over on that one. I think the bats will wake up one way or the other. And I'm also thinking about the first 5 over, which would be 4. That's a little bit. One of those guys is gonna have to get hit. I will take it. I'll take 4 over 4 minus 116. I'll take that one. I'll take both of them.
I knew this was going to happen. You start reading this slate. I knew it.
All right, let's just chime in whenever we get to the game with your power pick. The next one, Philly and the Mets. Once again, the Mets just too big of a favorite, in my opinion.
But isn't this that guy you like?
Lugo. He's very good. Morgan on the other side has also been okay. He's definitely.
I got to say, it's got to interrupt you because I made a statement yesterday in a Periscope that the Mets are out of the race. It's not true. It's just. God, they burnt me so many times. I got to stay away from them, but they're still in the hunt. I mean, but I heard again, there's some locker room dissension going on with that team.
The question is just, should they be this big of a favorite?
I mean, Lugo, no, they haven't deserved that line in a minute, Pete.
Lugo is great, but his last start he had some control issues. Yes, Morgan, I would say a notch below Lugo, but just a notch below. So
and Morgan's cashed some tickets for you earlier in the year when he was sharp as hell.
Yeah, so I'm taking this First, I'm going to take Philly on the +1 line, which will be at plus money. Then I'm thinking about Philly on the second half, which is what's the line here? Minus 105.
That Philly's kind of like Atlanta right now.
Yeah,
they're trying to play spoiler, and they're doing a damn good job.
And Atlanta was the team that I didn't take on the second half yesterday, which I should have. All right, I'll throw Philly on on the second half as well. Minus 105.
Here we go. You can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them.
And the next one is the Atlanta-Miami game. Now this is an interesting one.
How about last night though, Scherzer? How did I not back that?
Yeah,
he beat the daylights out of that team.
That was a loser that I had, which was the.
I got to tell you this. You made one comment, and I don't know how or what it was during a Periscope, and I said, you know what, I'm staying off that game. And damn it. Okay, but it's I
don't know there, but I had a loser on that with the under. Now we got Atlanta at Miami, and it's interesting. This youngster Urena is coming off of a start where he got hit two starts ago. Though he had a great start.
It was a gem.
Yeah, my sense is that he'll bounce back here, but it's only going to be for 6 innings. So I'm definitely leaning Atlanta second half and Atlanta on the +1 line. Just in general, I feel like Atlanta's kind of team that has some life. Yeah, Kyle Mentor, you don't quite know what you're going to get from him. His first start with Atlanta, got a bunch of strikeouts, but he had some walks, a couple home runs.
And I got to talk about it. It's emotional. You know what happened? The team took a trip over to the new stadium. All right, saw where their new confine is, where they're going to be playing, fired them up. I'm not
Miami, you mean?
No, about Atlanta.
I'm sorry.
They went to Cobb County to check out. They did a walkthrough of the stadium's amazing. It's where they're playing next year.
Yeah, I know.
So these youngsters, they're showing them, hey, this is where you're going to be. They're fired up, Pete.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll take Atlanta on the +1 line. and I will take the second half line. Is a little pricey, minus 135. That's a little bit pricey, but I'll take it. What the hell? I'll take it. I'll take it. Atlanta second half minus 135. I also really, really want to take the under, but I really wanted 9. It's just 8.5. Man, if that one lands on 9, I'll be frustrated.
You will be, but all those papers you're looking at, it looks like you got a college exam. I'm not kidding you. My producer C is probably going, what the hell you doing, Pete?
Should I take under 8.5 at minus 101 in this one? I'll wait until
yeah, hold on. Give it another minute. I'm sure you'll be pulling that trigger.
Then we got Cleveland and KC. You know, KC got eliminated officially.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done. So how do they bounce back here? My sense is that the line's a little high.
I got a feeling KC might take a breather because this is a team that won the World Series, okay? Yeah. So they literally, they know there's no more pushing. Let's relax. Yeah. That might be a team to fade for a minute, guys. I'm telling you. I really do. All right, well,
I'm going to pass on that one. And then here we go, the kind of no-brainer play of the day. Here we go. You ready?
I knew you were going to bring this up.
Pittsburgh and Milwaukee. Vogelsong is starting, and he's pitching out the string. You know, he doesn't really have it. He's 37 years old, whatever he is.
This is going to be it for him. I think I've heard the announcement also, and my hat's off to him.
Yeah,
but hey, the team still has life. They've won 6 out of 7 or something.
Yeah.
All right, they're 3.5 games behind for the chase for the wild card. Hey, they're going to bring everything, and they're finally starting to hit. McCutchen, 18 RBIs this month. He's back to his old form, Pistol Pete. But Vogelsong is the only thing that concerns me with that game.
And
so
that's
where
why,
you're finding no-brainer.
That's why I'm going to take Milwaukee on the first 5 innings at minus 105. Anderson has been improving, and Milwaukee, I believe, will get Braun back in the lineup tonight. It's just basically...
I was going to ask you. That was my next question.
Yeah. It's a fade of Vogelsong, and then the other fade of Vogelsong will be on the Milwaukee team total over for minus 121.
Wow,
so
you're
those
just
are
beating up on them. Ryan, I'm sorry about it. It's nothing personal. Pistol Pete just banking money.
Those are my 2 picks on that game. And then moving on, maybe this will involve your power play. The Angels at Houston. I would love to take Houston here on the minus 1 line, but it's just such a huge favorite line that I can't pull the trigger. It's Fiers is not reliable enough for me to take as that big of a favorite. And Nolasco can get crushed, but he also can have a good start. Most of it, I think 3 out of his last 4 starts have been decent.
He's finding some consistency like he hadn't before. Like when he was with Miami, that wasn't happening. So
I wish it was minus 125. If it were, I'd take Houston, but at minus 165.
What was it? If wishes were horses and beggars would ride. That's what my dad used to say.
All right, so I'm going to pass on that one. Mike Brenner, have we touched on the game that has your
and you know what? These teams are playing twice today, and you haven't even touched on it yet.
Okay, so you're touching the
second Detroit game. Okay, and I know you're a total big advocate of laying off doubleheaders.
Mostly, no, just laying off them and laying off the.
But I am going to say this. This is my power pick, but I won't be surprised if Detroit sweeps today because their momentum's flying. I'm going with the second game with Verlander.
Okay.
Stellar performance last game out versus Cleveland. 1 hit in 7 innings, no decision. All right, the Twins are hurting Mauer. He's probably going to be playing first base today or DH. And I just love it. I think Detroit cannot be slowed down. What's the full game money line with Verlander?
For Detroit with Verlander, best line right now, minus 137 here.
Minus 137. Taking nothing away from Santana. This guy's pitched great, okay? Yeah. But Detroit has got to keep the momentum going. They got to keep the pedal to the metal, Pistol Pete. Full game money line, minus 137. Brenner's power pick
all right,
today.
Sure. I mean, Santana's been good at times as well, but absolutely Verlander.
What do you think of that first game?
I don't know. I haven't even looked at it.
Sanchez,
yeah.
All right.
All right, and then San Francisco and San Diego is an interesting game. Samard has been pitching better recently.
What a team, though. This Giants team ought to be, wow, they ought to be ashamed. They had the hugest lead. There's just... But I think they win today.
Yeah, I was thinking about the under, but it's a little bit low. I'm going to hold off on that one. And then we have Colorado and the Dodgers as the final game. Chatwood against Anderson. Chatwood, his home road splits are just unbelievable in favor of his road stats.
Yeah, but he's getting ready to face this beast called Puig.
Yeah.
He is on fire.
Yeah.
Since they brought him back up, I'm telling you, this team's making a hell of a push. That line opened up. It's already been bet up. I think it was 180 all the way up to 183.
Yeah. Right now it's
way out of my league, but guess what? You better look out for this team. And remember the acquisitions they made, the Dodgers.
Yeah. So and Anderson is starting. I was wondering if that line was a little bit too high going with Colorado, but I'm not going to. But it's certainly an interesting matchup. Thanks for the information there. Warning me off of the Dodgers, and also you warned me off of a loser last night, which was San Diego.
I
so
sure
thank
did,
you
buddy.
for that.
Hey, that's teamwork, baby. We're partners.
If you hadn't warned me off of the Dodgers here, I might have wound up going. Off of Colorado. I might have wound up going with Colorado.
I'm not letting you go down like that, Pistol.
All right, Mike Brenner. Why don't give me about 15 seconds to review my plays, and then of a plug.
Hey guys, it's still happening, and you got to take advantage of it. All right, go to the bonus page at SBR. I'm telling you right now, these books, there's a ton of traffic still flying to 5 dimes. Okay, bookmaker, they're still offering unbelievable bonuses, so you still have a chance to beat the book before you even bet. Okay, so take advantage of it. Do not miss. Sign up through SBR. We love doing what we're doing. All right, keep us here, guys.
On Thursday's Sportsbet, Paulie and I have a huge big game breakdown. 5 college games, including UCLA, Stanford, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Ole Miss, Georgia, plus NBA win totals. They're out. Let's break them down. Check it out. Sportsbet, betting inside today.
All right, Mike Brenner. My only borderline play is the under in Atlanta, Miami. I'll hold off on that for now.
Okay.
I've given about 8 or 9 picks.
You've given
today,
a ton.
so.
And again, mine is Detroit, second game, Verlander, full game money line, thanks to Pistol Pete line shopping, minus
good.
137.
You know, I really do, just before we wrap it up, I really do kind of like this time of year in baseball because you see a lot of teams every year, or not every year, but most of the time, you see one of these teams like Atlanta or like a Philly. who, they're under the radar. Everyone's paying attention to football, and you get these teams with big dog lines that tend to cash more often than not, and you can make a profit. All right.
And I got to ask you this real quick
ahead.
before we hang it up. Again, that psychological edge. All right, you're young, you're up and coming with the Braves. They walk you through that stadium. That's going to fire me up. I'm going to want to go out and knock the leather off the baseball.
Or just being young and unknown anyway and playing in September. All right, that's our show for Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow for the full Friday card.
Hey, bet responsible.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts. Shop for lines at SBRodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.